What's up, everybody? Oh, God. A Saturday, and it's cold as hell. I didn't even go to work today. Jeep was covered with ice this morning, man. It was too cold. And, God, I'm southern-fied, you know? Like, anything colder than 50 degrees now, I'm not with it at all. But anyway, I hope all you guys are doing great out there. And, God, some of the comments that I've been getting in these groups on Facebook are just really weird, man. Not weird, they're just, I don't know. Like, I just literally got one that's like, where'd the prides go? I'm like, I got them for sale. And they're like, you did much better with the prides. No. Even though the prides weighed way more than these G2, they just did not play as low. They hated playing like under, they really hated anything under 18 hertz. Like, they just didn't like it. The damn pride's like 10. Well, 10's weak because my subsonic filter, it does, I think, when I try to play 10, the subsonics in my amp really start cutting that signal out. But 13, they like 13, no problems at all. Louder on music, so the little sub, you know, like, we're going to call it David, and we're going to call them prides Goliath, and that's kind of how that works out. So, when you're sub shopping, big don't always mean better, and I've kind of done a video on that, talking about the old, what are they, the Resilient Sound teams. My hooligans fall in the same category. Like the Scar DNR, you know, they're all just kind of big, heavy, worthless subs, and some people disagree with me on that Resilient Sound team, and whatever. The Platinums kill them, but anyway. Just a quick video, you know, the old Jeep. Let me look out. I'm looking out my window right now past the phone, and then it's kind of in an ice cocoon. So I was sitting here bored. I'm like, what the hell, man? I'll just kind of do a quick YouTube video talking about nothing informative at all. And that's kind of what we're doing. And I do want to give a shout out on this video to Structural Damage. He's got the Explorer with the 418s in it. I think he's got the PSI level 5s in that thing on some 30Ks. I'm giving him a shout out, even though he wouldn't loan me his SMD AMM1 so I could test it to see if I wanted to get my own. I'm giving him a shout out because I went through and watched some of his videos, and the way that he cut the baffle out of that Explorer to put a new baffle in, I got to give that man props on, man. That was an ingenious move the way he did that. So, yeah, go watch his channel and just kind of check out his rebuild on that 6th order. That was some smart thinking, cutting the back out. I mean, he measured it perfect and cut the back out so he could slide a new baffle in and move it up to the appropriate spot to get, like, perfect airspace that he needed, dude. Chaz, that was a good move. But other than that, I don't have a whole lot today, guys. Like I said, it's really, you know, just some crazy comments I'm getting about, like, why did I go from the prides to the G2? I always like trying new things, and you guys might not know this, but if you think about getting pride, here's something to consider. You cannot get a recone for a pride. Not from pride, ever. My homeboy Jaden Smith, you know, he's on Team Hertz Donut, represent in Australia. And you can readily buy pride everywhere in Australia. You can't here. There's, like, not any real dealers here. You know, you just got guys running basically drop, or they don't even drop order. They got to charge you first to be able to afford to place the order. And then, you know, in 6 months when your shit comes in, they give it to you. And if it's, like, damaged in shipping, you're screwed. If there's a problem with, like, coil rub or whatever out of the box, you're screwed. But even my homeboy Jaden, where he can readily available, like, go to dealers in the city to get pride, they can't get recones. He blew a sub, and they want him to ship that sub to Russia to be rebuilt and sent back. And he's got to pay all the shipping and the recone fees. So that's good to know before you, like, pull the trigger on pride. But everybody thinks Pride is some supreme brand or whatever. And I mean, they're good. I'm not going to knock them. They're up there with the best of them. But that right there is just like, I don't even want to risk blowing one of these Prides. I'd rather get rid of them because there's like no product support whatsoever, no recon. So you got to get a hold of somebody like Corey Dean or Dave Lieb to rebuild it. But they're not the end-all, beat-all brand, guys. I mean, there's cheaper stuff out there doing work. And that's something to consider. Like, do a lot of research before you really jump on a brand. I'm not even pushing G2 in this video. I love my G2s. They're doing way better than I ever expected for me. But do your research. And one of the main factors to look at is like, how easily can I get a real recon for this? And by just about real, I don't mean like, yeah, you're going to get a real recon from like Dave Lieb or Corey Dean or whoever you have like that does recons. I'm talking the branded recon, the right recon for the sub. That's what I mean by real recon. Because, you know, at one point I wanted to recon all 4 of the Prides. I mean, they still play perfect. They're still in the Weiss Blazer. They will still hair trick all day. But the problem is I would like to have gotten recons. And that's one of the main reasons when I found out you got to ship them to Russia. And none of these so-called U.S. dealers, they can't get you a recon. I know I've tried every like avenue. When I was with Team Down for Sound, I mean, if Jacob Scott can't get you a recon, nobody can. You know, because pretty much at any point that JP ever wanted to, he could shut every little wannabe Pride dealer in the U.S. down. All he's got to do is pick up the phone, call over to Russia, and be like, I'm going to carry Pride. And, yeah, all their stock that they have is going to go to him, and these little dudes wouldn't be able to get it at all. And that's just facts. I mean, I don't care who these little dudes think they are that are dealing Pride out of their basement. You know, you're going to sell more product through Down for Sound than they're going to sell in their basement. So, of course, Pride's going to pick them. But I don't like the fact you can't get recons. So, what good is buying a subwoofer, even if it is a good subwoofer, if you had no product support for it? I mean, unless you live right there in Russia, you're screwed, you know, because you can't get a recon. They just don't do recons. They want to recon it themselves, which I think kind of sucks, you know. But I guess they do want it to be up to spec, you know, because a lot of guys, I've seen dudes screw recons up before. If they don't know what they're doing, they will screw a recon up in a heartbeat putting it in, because it ain't just like take the old one out and glue the other one in. You know, you got to have proper shimming and all that crap. So I can see it. But anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a great day. Stay warm out there if you're watching this like on Saturday, January 22nd, because it's icy here and it sucks. Peace out, guys. And as always, bass on.